groups with specific types of bones. It started off with the basic building blocks of simulating the real feel of cortical bone and what the medullary canal feels like and what cancellous bone feels
Sir, the audio of the video is audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
like. And from that developed into simulating long bones, for example, the femur bone and other bones such as the vertebra. Once these basic building blocks were designed and simulated, then we can put these parts together, for example, in the lumbar spine in order to simulate that whole look and feel of spine procedures, for example. So surgery is something that's very visceral. It's a feel. I know what it feels like when it's realistic. It's not just about the way things look, it's how they sound in surgery and the correct tactile response when I'm using the surgical tools. When working with these new models, you get that very familiar feeling in surgery that I haven't had before in surgical training with different surgical models. And this is a brand new experience. I think surgeons will relate to this in that sense because it will feel like home for them. It feels like surgery that they're used to doing.
As you have seen in this video, that most of the surgeons are using their tools like drill machines or cutting tools or scrapers to make the holes in the bones. And before going to surgery, they do the practice on this anatomical models, and they will test whether the process they have planned on the patient is it a success or another thing we have to do. And there are two materials in FDM which is very good materials for medical devices. One is nylon PA12, one is polycarbonate, which is a ISO certified material where we can use for gamma sterilized thing, and it is a biocompatible material for developing medical devices or bone anatomy models, pathologies, or for developing medical devices like microscope, telescopes, and etc. There is a next slide we will discuss about use case study. This is a use case study which is happened in Akash Healthcare Hospital, New Delhi. This is a very critical case. A 12-year girl from Kyrgyzstan she is suffering from a disease called scoliosis disease, where it is a very rare case. Due to that this disease, her spine has the spine is shifted to in a curvature form, in a 130-degree curvature form. You can see over here the DICOM data of the patient and the original patient photo. Akash Healthcare has contacted us to 3D print this spine model in exact dimensions and exact replica of this patient. We have 3D printed this spine model to Akash Healthcare. They have undergone many trials how to operate on this patient, like how to cut the soft tissues, bone cutting, how to clamp these titanium screws so that the spine should be straight. After many unsuccessful trials, they have come to at one point that for this case they can only do they can bring up the spine only to 30 degrees with the combination of jigs which are also in 3D printed. You can see in this image, this in this model, this is a very exactly replica of this patient with 130 degrees curvature. In this second image, they have tried to add some more jigs, but it is totally failed. In this spine prototyping, they have added more number of 3D printed jigs, which are created using FDM machine. You can see this is the jig which is attached over to the spinal cord. Here they are inserting titanium screws so that the spinal cord is can stay in its original position. They totally added these types of jigs, 14 number of jigs they have added to the spinal cord. After that, they have inserted titanium screws. It was a 16-hour surgery, which has undergone into two phases. In first phase, they have to remove these soft tissues which is attached to this spinal cord. Then they have done bone cutting, which is unnecessary, which and so that the bone can be flexible, so that the girl can can get walked. After in second stage, they have inserted all the titanium screws through these jigs. After a complete 1 month bed rest, this girl was able to walk, which has happened due to the help of 3D printing. Dr. Chandrasekhar, senior surgeon from Akash Healthcare, he quoted, at every stage, 3D printing helped to plan screw size, length, direction. The most important feature is that considerable lower the risk of associated problems. Now her spine curvature has been reduced just to 30 degrees. This child, now she is able to walk due to the operation was very successful. This was totally happened because they have the doctors have these 3D printed models where they have done a numerical number of trials. How we can achieve so that that child can be walk. This is a second case where the company called Medtronic, they are the pioneers in developing medical devices. Their challenging part was this rod should withstand in the plastic part. So they have done many number of trials in normal traditional manufacturing, but they have failed because the part weight and it can't the part weight of this object is very high. So after that, they have moved to 3D printing. The total handling surgical ratchet they are printed in polycarbonate, which is ISO certified, where it can withstand this steel screws and which are durable enough to survive an autoclave. In addition to that, they are now developing the total part in 3D printing, which is in FDM technology. So they don't want to increase the weight of this ratchet. And recently they have totally developed this part into plastic material. This is another use case in Prince of Wales Hospital. Before they go into any serious surgeries, they print the parts like skull, pelvis structures. They do all the operations over here. You can see this skull structure, which is 3D printed in FDM with all the patient data. After they do all the printing, they do all the testing how to attach these bones. You can see over here, these two bones are attached through some metal 3D printed parts. You can see the screws over here, where to attach the screws, where to drill the holes. They will do all the planning on this 3D printed phantom models. When we coming next to the another technology, which is one of the main technology which we uses in medical field, is called polyjet 3D printing. Polyjet 3D printing uses a polymeric materials called which will be in the form of resin. In this technology, there is an additional benefit. We can combine up to 5 to 7 materials, and we can print it with up to 5 lakh color models. This is the working principle video. You can watch the video over here.
The polyjet process extrudes out or jets out a liquid resin that can be cured with a UV light.
They are made to react to ultraviolet light. And so that's the catalyst that causes these two separate components to come together to form the third, solid plastic component.
So with the polyjet system, it jets out a thin layer of the photopolymer resin. It cures it with a UV light and then builds a cross section of that part layer by layer. So after one,
you can see over here in this image, this is a soft brain tissue. They are using multiple tools to stitch the brain tissue. In polyjet, we can print all these parts from top to bottom end of the part. You can print a brain, skull parts, bones, which is having a porous structure, urology, digestive system, cardiovascular, heart models, dental surgeries, implant and surgical planning, and everything. In this polyjet machine, we can print total whole part of the body. In this model, you see this is an anatomical model of total from head to face. You can see this is a skin texture, which is a very soft material. This is a skull structure, skull. This is a very hard, and this is nerves. We can print it with different colors. You can see differentiate between two nerves. One is in blue color, one is in red color. These are also soft tissue. And coming back to teeth, they are very hard in nature, which can be printed in hard. And coming back to spine, which is printed in hard and soft tissues. In polyjet, we can print with multicolor and multi textures like soft, hard, soft and hard combinations. This is one of the case studies they are using. They are using for development of medical devices. How they are using anatomical models for developing a device.
The Jacobs Institute is really designed to collaborate with industry and physicians to drive innovation. We need industry to provide better tools for us to continue to what we do, which is develop tools for physicians to train and test in different clinical environments.
In an ideal world, if you wanted to practice a procedure before you actually do it on a patient, you want to replicate every element of that procedure. You want to know how the tissue is going to feel as you're delivering your device. You want to understand how all the different gadgets that you're going to use for the procedure, how will they behave in that particular anatomy.
In this video, you can see this is an anatomical model. These are the nerves. You see this black one, it is a tool which is passing through over here, and this is a blade cord. We can even print in 3D printing in polyjet machine.
How will they behave in that?
See, you can see the movement of the tool.
Anatomical models that I've been seeing since I was in medical school, they really did not have any semblance of reality in terms of their behavior when you utilize them. We would rehearse device deployment, usually in silicone models with some fluid, some water, some glycerol, and it was grossly unsatisfactory.
About 5 years ago, we started working with Stratasys on what is 3D printing doing in medicine, and the JI and our partners here in Buffalo truly believe that it's the future of medicine.
My first exposure to 3D printing, it was a real sort of eye-opening experience where 3D printing, well, you print what you need for the particular task that you have, where we can now incorporate plaque within arteries and thicker walls versus thinner walls, and with fluid.
You can see in this, the fluid flow in this nerve systems.
It's make it feel real.
One of the questions we've repeatedly heard from our customers, both medical device customers as well as hospitals, is the need for biomechanical accuracy. The biomechanical accuracy that the digital anatomy printer provides is really what's differentiating this solution from anything that's on the market today.
In terms of digital anatomy printing materials, there's now gel matrix, there's tissue matrix, and there's bone matrix. They all can be used, different mechanical properties, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. So the software is a really huge part of where this is all going. GrabCAD Print now allows us to really select and drop down menus, certain materials on a point-by-point voxel-based approach.
GrabCAD Print really revolutionizes how we design medical models today for anatomical modeling. So instead of going in and saying, I want a white femur bone, we can go in and select a femur for a 70-year-old. If you want a femur.
Here you can see the outside structure of the bone is very hard, and the inside structure depends upon the patient. We can print on soft tissues and everything.
For a 20-year-old, we can do that. We can vary the density of our structures on our bones.
We're having third parties validate the biomechanical properties of the materials that come with the digital anatomy printer. So the Jacobs Institute, companies like Medtronic, they are conducting third-party testing to compare how those materials compare biomechanically to native tissue, to native bone, to specific anatomies and pathologies that you'd expect to see in practice.
So now we're using digital anatomy of areas and applications we've never done before. And these are things that you have to pierce, you have to cut the model. We weren't able to do that before.
The long-term goal of the digital anatomy printer is to replace the need for cadavers, to replace the need for animal studies, where it gives our customers the option of having specific anatomies and specific pathologies that are not currently accommodated by either cadavers today or animal studies. The digital anatomy solution today is only the beginning. Every year for the next 3 to 5 years, we will come out with additional materials, additional applications and software solutions that increase the capabilities of the digital anatomy printer.
The Stratasys partnership in terms of the JI mission is absolutely paramount. We would not be able to accomplish our mission without partnerships like Stratasys.
As you have seen in this video, the fluid flow, that medical devices flow, we can print it with blood clots, and we can do the testings of before going to surgical operations or medical device development. These types of testing which we can't do on real life organs. With 3D printing, we can achieve all the testings. We can do all the testings on these parts. We can check the blood flow, how much pressure of blood is passing through the veins, nerves, and how our tool is moving in that particular location. We can all test it in before going to the surgery. In the above video, you have seen this bone matrix. This is a replica of bone, which we can print in FDM technology. In this material, we can exactly replicate the bone of the human patient. Here we have, it will have a mimic of porous bone, just like how the bone will be in the real-time patient. The other material is called gel matrix, which is best for using vascular structures, and where we can easily remove internal support materials, and where we can produce 0.2 mm holes in the nerves, where we can project liquids, blood flow, injection fluid flow. We can test it through this gel matrix. This is a totally biocompatible material. Another is tissue matrix. This is a material which we can print exactly the tissue, how the tissue will be present in human heart. We can print it on 3D printers. We can exactly print these nerves, which will behave exactly the feature of human heart. We have like a wide variety of materials which in PolyJet, like rigid opaque, rigid and transparent, simulated polypropylene, simulated rubbers, high temperature withstand materials, high toughness materials. In high toughness materials, we can even print digital ABS. You can see this is a heart model with a different colors combination and different textures over here. This is a use case study where this is a psych medical device company, manufacturing company. They are developed a medical device called inhaler, which is used for patients who are suffering from extreme neuropathic pain. This is like an inhaler which produces doses for cannabis. You can see this video also.
The idea for a metered dose inhalation device for cannabis came from a very deep pain by the medical community and the patients themselves. There was tremendous challenges in actually controlling the dosage of a drug, which has, of course, therapeutic properties, but also has psychoactive properties.
One of the types of pain that we are facing quite frequently and is really hard to control is what we call neuropathic pain. One of the things that are basics for patient-doctor's relationship is that the doctor knows what they are giving the patient. And I think that until we got a psyche, we haven't been really able to know what we give the patient.
Our first device that we went to clinical trials with was roughly 80% printed. Before printing it, we were using CNC machining and all these methods that were very common. But we found it very slow and expensive and limited.
At that point, we recognized the potential and the power that 3D printers is giving us as a company to accelerate through these types of processes.
Once we brought the 3D printer in-house, we had 6 weeks to finish the design and reach our goals. And not only did we reach our goals on time, we actually made it better.
We faced one major challenge, which was the inhalation pattern. Different patients inhale in different ways.
We used 3D printing to design our airflow system in a way which is impossible to do in any other method. Geometry-wise, this is impossible to do to this day without a 3D printer. This allows us to control the airflow of our device in a very, very specific manner and achieve very precise dosage.
So many corners by developing it in that way, and beautifully. It did all that it was intended to do, and we sailed through the clinical trial with amazing results.
For the first time, it takes the cannabis herb, giving the patient in a way which is comparable to other medications.
The motto at Psyche is don't think, print. So what I mean by that is that by printing it, it actually accelerates your thinking process because you have that object in your hand. So we're pushing our engineers, don't wait for that final CAD design where you're 100% sure. Print throughout the design process, have it in your hand, get that physical interaction with that product while you're thinking and while you're designing it. Don't wait for that. And that will accelerate the end result.
I would recommend using 3D printing from the very beginning for any medtech company, from concept to prototyping to clinical trials. Every step of the way can be solved better with a 3D printer.
As you have seen in this video, they have developed this inhaler within the span of 2 weeks. From all design testings, with 80%, they have used this total product is manufactured in 3D printers. They have saved lead time with in-house 3D printer, and this is a very difficult device to manufacture in traditional manufacturing. And another key factor is this device is only for a particular patient, where a particular number of dosage. You can see over here the dosage number over here. With that, adjusting the dosage value, it will produce that much amount of milligram of dosage to the required patient. Coming next to the next technology, which is metal printing. When it comes to medical products, not all materials are created equal. Medical devices and implants need to be sterilized, and the presence of microorganisms can lead to life-threatening infections. If they have any microorganisms on these medical devices or medical implants, then that can be lead to the life-threatening infections. Titanium and chromium cobalt are one of the leading metal materials which are king of biomedical metals, and is most popularly used material for medical implants, replacing joints, pacemakers, cranial plates, dental implants, knee implants, clamps, forceps, microscopes, for developing, doing R&D. These types of material is used. Like titanium, cobalt, chromium is also very high corrosion resistance and excellent biocompatibility. It offers additional strength and hardness over titanium. This is one of the used case study in IIT Bombay. They have one incubation center called Biomedical Engineering and Technical Incubation Center, where they are developing, doing research and developing on medical devices. This is the design of the product. You can see this is all, this is a very big product, and this is a high length rod. So after designing, they felt like if we go for a traditional machining, the part weight will be very high. We have to do some design considerations, or we have to develop in such a way where it can reduce the weight, and which is easily used by the surgeons. So they have gone through the 3D printing. They have done a number of trials. Over here, you can see this is the part. Total handle is printed in 3D printing in ABS material. After that, they have attached this stainless steel rod. After that, again, they have gone for another trial where the final testing is done. Where here you can see all the material, all the handle part is printed in ABS material, and the main tool is printed in stainless steel. By this, they have by this process, they are developing tools in their incubation center. What are the steps involved to create a 3D model from medical imaging to end product? Like we have to collect data from medical imaging. The process begins with acquiring medical imaging data. From most commonly, we can get medical data from CT scan, which we call computed tomography, MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, or ultrasound. These images provides necessary information to create a digital 3D model of a specialized patient. Next, we have to do is image processing and segmentation. In this, we will do the acquired medical images from CT scan, MRI scan, or ultrasound. We will extract the, we will segmentation of each model, which involves isolating and extracting the region of interest where the surrounding tissues and the particular part like kidney, liver, bone, knee implant, shoulder bone, and here we do the segmentations. After that, we will do 3D modeling and design. Once the segmentation is done, the digital model is transferred to some CAD softwares like SolidWorks, CATIA. There we will do the final touch of adding like modification, adjustment, and optimization of the model. After that, we will do file preparation. Once the 3D printing file is prepared, that is .stl file, that is sent to 3D printing. After 3D printing, we will do post-processing. The post-processing in the sense we have to remove the internal support structures, all the cleaning, surface finish to achieve the desired aesthetics and functionality test. Here we will do all over post-processing. And another step is quality control and validation. Here you can see the DICOM data from the patient, which we have taken through CT scan. From CT scan, we have done image processing and segmentation. After that, we have transferred the design file into slicing software. In that slicing software, we are adding all the color and tumor tissues, color segmentation, textures, how should the texture should be there. After the segmentation, we are sending this file to printer. After printing, this is the final product we will get. After the final product, we have to do post-processing like cleaning and surface finish, removal of support structures and everything. What are the benefits of 3D printing in medical field? One of the major benefit is it reduces most of the cost budgeting and everything. And next is we can print personalized medical devices or personalized phantoms, anatomical models. We can do research and everything. Improve patient care. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we are focused on improvement of improve of patient care. Through this process of R&D, by using 3D printing models, we can improve patient care. Increase the speed. In back those days, they have to wait for anatomical models, which are done through traditional machining, and they have wait for painting, and after post processing, the model is to come. After that, a lot of R&D is there will be done on that model. After all process, still they can't achieve. But in 3D printing, we can achieve with exact texture, replica of model, and exact replica of the patient. Increase technology adoption, enable agile market over responses. Challenges and limitations. One of the major challenges we face in 3D printing and for medical field is material selection. There are very less materials for medical field, which are which should pass biocompatible and sterilized materials and UV infrareds. And we don't have any regulatory considerations in medical field like quality control, standardization, and certification. As 3D printing continue to advance in medical field, there will be need of regulations, because without regulations we can't approve the process. And cost and accessibility. There are some 3D printing models which are very cost for like different part structures and difficult part structures. The cost of the product will be very much high. Another thing is post processing. In medical anatomical models, the post processing is very difficult because the tissues are very soft. While doing post processing, there may be a chance of breakage of tissues, nerves, and there can be a damage in that. Another thing is part structures. There are very in 3D printing, there is a very difficult challenge to print critical part structures like heart verticals and brain membranes and eye textures and everything. Future directions. In what are the future 3D printing futures? What can we can achieve in 3D printing in future? Bioprinting functional organs. As I've already discussed, 3D bioprinting. In future, they want to print with biofuel cells, biofabrication, tissue engineering. By using bio inks and composite of living cells, scientists are working on printing functional tissues like skin, blood vessels, even for organs, and other regenerative medicine organ transplantation. 3D bioprinting for exact skin, like researchers are developing exact 3D printing skin model, bone, cartilage, and organs. Drug development. 3D printers are used to create precise and customizable drug delivery systems. This allows for the development and personalized medication dosages and controlled formulations, potentially improving treatment efficiency and patient complications. You have any doubts regarding any questions regarding this topic? Hello.
Yes, sir. I've just allowed the participants to unmute themselves so that they can ask if there is any doubt.
Okay, sir.
I think we can continue, sir.
Okay. This is one of the 3D printer called PolyJet 3D printer, which we can print multi-material, multi-color, and biocompatible materials. Print after a direct print, we can have without, there is no requirement of post processing for some common analytical models. This is simply we can directly load the file and give the printing. We can add the materials over here. This is the video of the 3D printing machine. Have a look into it.
Introducing the Stratasys J5 MediJet, the all-in-one medical printer certified for hospitals, academic medical centers, and medical device makers. Serve more departments with brilliantly vivid, multi-material, and multicolor medical models, all from a printer compact enough for any lab space and with a low upfront investment. Optimize surgical planning with visually customized, physically accurate, sterilizable, and biocompatible models based on patient scans. Enhance hands-on training in the classroom or in the field with product demonstrations using models that replicate the disease state you're intending to treat. Personalized surgical kits to patient anatomy with precision drilling and cutting guides, all made of strong, biocompatible, and sterilizable materials. And accelerate product development with consistent, high-fidelity samples. Our solution is 510K FDA cleared with leading segmentation software. And customizing models is easier than ever with our GrabCAD print software. The J5 MediJet all-in-one medical printer, the new standard for medical printing.
This is a PolyJet 3D printer where we can print all anatomical models, surgical guides, and everything. And this is a ISO certified machine where we can print polycarbonate, digital ABS, rigid materials, and PLA materials, which are certified for biocompatible, for touch and everything. Where we can use sterilization methods like steam, gamma, or for med-16 and for rigid and transparent family. These are the specification of this machine where we can print biocompatible, rigid, transparent, opaque materials, rubber like elastoclear, Vero sand, Vero magenta, Vero yellow color, and draft white. And these materials are we can use it after printing. We can place the parts in steam for 4 minutes at 132 degrees, which these parts can withstand 132 degrees centigrades and gamma of 20 to 50 range. And the part size of the machine is 140 into 200 into 190 mm. The cost of the machine is around it starts from 60 to 1.5 crore, 1.5 CR, sir. This machine is this machine is installed in many big companies like Becton and Dickinson, which is a medical device manufacturing company, and GE Medical Devices, many other companies in all over India. I will show you the customers in next coming slide. This is a high quality speed 3D printing machine. We have a certified software for this called as GrabCAD print. In this GrabCAD print, we can load the patient model like MRI scan and CT scan, where we can give what is the, you can see over here, anatomy family, blood vessels, general anatomy, heart, muscular, skeletal-muscular formation. You can choose any anatomies over here, and you can give like blood colors, like you can see blood clot over here, fixtures, frame, gel support, inlets, leaflets, reinforcements, tumor, and you can print any anatomy model over in the software: bone, GI, blood vessels, heart, abdominal lower prints. You can see over here the colors section over here. These are all the 3D printers which are used in medical fields. One is called FDM printer, PolyJet big machines for like larger models and everything. These are all the companies which are using 3D printers like PolyJet, FDM, metal 3D printers: Boston and Scientific, Medtronic, Stryker, Akash Healthcare, IIT Bombay, CISR, GSK, Polymed Medical Devices, Oxygen, Romsen and Medical Devices. We have installed 150 machines all over the world, 30 plus awards over for these machines, and 1700 patents for these machines. And we at Adroitech, we are a company of 32-year-old group. We are having 350 highly experienced engineers. We are providing all the technologies from basic FDM to metal printers, polyjet, DLP printers. And Strategies is one of the leading pioneers of 3D printers, which they have 30 plus years in developing 3D printers. They have that. They are the company which have developed FDM and polyjet. After that, the patent has expired. Many small players have came into the industry. And you have any questions, sir? Participants, you have any questions?
Sir, there is one question from Mr. Nagakiran, sir. Like he was asking about the cost of machine.
Like, sir, it depends upon the machine. If we go about FDM, the starting price is 18 lakhs. If we go for polyjet, where we can print with multi materials and multi colors, it starts from 60 lakhs, sir.
That's what I can see from the chat box, sir. Or I've allowed
any other questions, sir?
No, sir. From chat box, there is nothing, sir.
Then can I end my session, sir? Any doubt?
Yes, we will wait for a few seconds, sir, if there is any message coming in or anyone is willing to talk.
Okay.
The participants, like you may ask questions. You are allowed to unmute yourself now and ask if you have any doubts, or else you can type your queries in the chat box.
Yeah, Mr. Raj sir, many animal organs we have developed. I will share you my mail ID. You can contact me. I can share you some images. And not only an animal, I have one model in my hand. I will show you through video. 1 minute, sir. Sir, you can see this heart model, sir.
Sir, you can end the presentation, sir, screen sharing, so that everyone will be able to.
1 minute.
Yeah.
One minute, sure. Is it visible, sir? This is an 1 minute. This is a heart 3D printed model. You can see. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is.
You can see over here the textures over here, valves over here, the nerves over here. You can see over here they are printed with red color for the indication of nerves. I can show. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Like keep it little away from the lens so that it will be clear. Yeah, now this is fine, sir.
You can see over here the color over here, sir.
Yes.
And another one is this is a very hard model only for demo purposes. This part we can use for technical testing. All the testing we can do on this part. This is for only for display purpose. You can see how the red color over here, the blue color over here. This is an anatomical model. You can see the valves over here. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir, it is.
And this is a valve, aortic valve model. You can see over here. This is how the medical tool will be inserted over here. You can see this is the tissues over here. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any other doubts, sir?
So those are printed with polyjet technology, sir?
Yes, sir. These are all printed in PolyJet technology. In FDM, we can only print with only one type of color, but in PolyJet, we can print with multi-colors, multi-textures, and like hard, soft, and hard and soft combination, and like color combinations of 5 lakhs up to. In PolyJet, we can print it.
And the material for that functional prototype that you shown, sir, hard.
Yes, sir. The material is bone matrix. Sir. Bone matrix. It is a photopolymer. It is a resin-based material, which is only used in PolyJet material. Sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions, sir?
I think this is it, sir. Madan sir, are you online? So just give me a minute, sir. I'll call Madan sir and I'll get back to you.
No.
There is a question in the chat box.
Any material provided details? Material, 1 minute, sir. I'll share you. Naga Kiran, sir. Okay, sir. These materials only available from Stratasys. They are into R&D, research and development to develop such materials to fulfill the all the requirements for medical field. Like as I've shown you bone matrix, which is printed in FDM machine, where it can print with porous type. If we open and cut a bone, original bone, there will be some small holes, which we can print it in bone matrix. If we go for another material which is called as another material we called as tissue matrix, where we can print all these heart models and everything. Any other questions, sir? Sure, sir. I'll share the PPT to Mr. Madan, sir. He will share you to everyone.
Yes, sir.
I will take your email IDs from Madan, sir. I will only share for your the PPT.
Definitely, sir. If you share the PPT, so definitely I will convey that PPT. Means I will send the PPT to all my participants, sir. No problem.
No issue. I will,
Vinay, sir.
Yeah, I will share the PPT and all the video links to Madan, sir, so he can share to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
If you guys have any doubt, or if you want to visit our R&D center, which is placed in Noida, to see the machines, all the machines called in like FDM, PolyJet, DLP, you can freely visit. I can share you my mail ID over here in the chat box.
Yeah. Sir, Vinay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Vinay, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have one question. Actually, I want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
Regarding some material. So, see, sir, generally the polymer materials are which is having general materials are polymer material in FDM printer will be in black color or white. It will be in black color or white color. Generally, it will available, right?
Sir, technology is evolved in such a way.
Yeah.
One material, suppose take example ABS material. We are from our company. We are providing black, white, red, brown. Depends.
Yeah.
We are their color is.
My question, my question is not that one, sir. My question is, so I have seen and also I listened, like with the same company is providing. Suppose, for example, XYZ company. Suppose some company is providing filament, FDM printer filament, which is having 4 colors. Suppose red, white, black, and gold color. Suppose.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So when printing quality is also changing.
Yes,
same,
sir. That
same workpiece. Okay, same workpiece is there. So same geometry and same dimension, same layer thickness, and everything is same. But based on the color difference, also the surface quality is also changing. What is the reason, sir?
Sir, the issue is, sir, first thing, we have to check whether the material is certified first main question is.
Okay, sir.
In market, we are getting 1 kg of spool in 1,000 rupees, 2,000.
Yes, yes.
If we go
that's
to
what-
generally ABS material, we can get 1 kg of spool for 10,000 also.
Yes, sir.
And if you go for like higher end machines like Stratasys, Marforge, or any big company machines, they won't prefer this type of material like multicolor material.
Yeah.
Because they know they have done a lot of research. If you use multicolor material, and like if you are printing a batch production, like consider you are printing 20 or 30 batch production parts. If you are using a multicolor material in FDM, there will be accuracy issue. The one part will be like if the part length is 10 mm, it will be around 9.9. One part will be 10.1. One part will be 9.8. One point will be 9.5, because that material is not certified. If you go for certified materials, you can't find these issues.
Yes, that's correct, sir. Actually, the so much means actually this is a whenever I am started my this research in the additive manufacturing sector, 3D printing in my CRDM also.
Yes,
So I am getting same problem.
Yes,
so
sir.
why like that? So depending on the color also, the surface quality is depend.
Yes,
So generally it will not depend. It is based on the
Material-
non-certified
different
materials.
materials. And
So
another
it is
thing is-
openly available in 500 rupees also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, another thing is the machine you are using in your center, is it an open or closed 3D printer?
That's why actually that is also one of the important point. I think we have to share with participants also. There is a two types of printers, like open printer and also closed printer. So in open and closed printer is having some different efficiency.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's why in my CRDM we have 1, 2, 3, 4 FDM printers. Out of 4 FDM printers, 3 are I think 3 are closed, 1 is open.
One
Yeah.
is open.
But that's why open one is
Yes,
giving
sir.
good results.
Open one is
Giving good results generally.
yes, sir. Okay, I will tell you.
Ah.
In
Yeah,
sir,
yes.
in closed ones, what are the materials you have printed in closed 3D printer?
In closed one, we have printed while printing ABS, there is no problem. Sir, when we are converting from ABS to PLA, so there is starting clogging, sir, in the
Yeah, I
nozzle.
will tell you. Sir, there are two types of 3D printers, general 3D printers in FDM we talk. One is industrial 3D printers, one is desktop 3D printers. Desktop 3D printers are very small, which are open. Industrial 3D printers are closed ones, where there will be a heating chamber. The heating temperature will depends upon the 3D printer. If we go for Stratasys, the heating chamber will be around 140 degrees centigrade. If we go for our own indigenous 3D printer, which we have developed in our Adroitech company, it has 140 degrees heating chamber, where we can print high temperature materials like PEEK and alta materials. PEEK is polyether ether ketone material, which is where this material is used in aerospace and defense, which can withstand high temperatures. Like the melting point of PEEK and alta materials is 210 degrees centigrade. For these type of 3D printers, closed one is good. If you are using only for general materials like ABS, PLA, open 3D printers are good. And when I talk about materials, the materials are categorized into 3: normal materials like standard materials, and another one is engineered materials, and another one is high temperature withstand materials. If I talk about standard materials, PLA, ABS, and normal plastic materials will be come under consideration. If we talk about engineered materials, where the combination of carbon fiber, like ABS is mixed.
I think your voice is having some problems.
Okay, I will once again I will tell. If we talk about engineered materials, like ABS carbon fiber, PLA carbon fiber, nylon carbon fiber, nylon, nylon ABS material. There is a two composition of materials, where one material will be this percent, like 90% of material will be ABS, 10% will be carbon fiber. If we talk about high temperature materials, peak and ultim will come into the consideration. It depends upon the application you are using. Like only for general prototyping, we can use industrial 3D printer. If you are using for functional, that part after 3D printing the part, you are using the part in some functional component. Then you have to use certified material. So it can withstand like all the tensile strength. It can withstand high temperatures. It can withstand like all the technical things.
Yes.
And
one more doubt from the Swaroop might, sir.
Okay.
Actually, how to solve nozzle blockage in 3D printer? This is a general doubt, sir. Actually.
Yeah.
So how to solve the nozzle blockage in 3D printer? I have one more advanced doubt, sir.
Okay.
So without using instruments, how to solve this nozzle blockage?
Without instrument. Okay. First step, after every 3D, if you are giving it part to 3D printed, any material like PLA, ABS, after completion of the printer, remove the part, remove the printed part. With the machine, they will give you one brush, right?
Yes, sir.
Clean that nozzle.
Okay.
After every print. And another thing is remove the printer head. If you are facing like blockage issues, take small amount of wire, material spool wire, insert in that nozzle, so that all the blockage will be coming out. And my suggestion is buy different print heads for each material. Like if you are using ABS material, use separate print head for ABS material. If you are using PLA material, use separate print head. And this method will increase the life of the nozzles.
So by meaning printhead, what do you exactly mean? So by saying printhead, you mean the nozzle or the extruder?
Like see, to clean the nozzle, we have to open the printhead and clean the nozzle. Insert the material in the printhead. It will go through the nozzle.
Okay.
And it will remove all the blockage material.
Okay. You are saying head only.
Yeah. Any other questions, sir?
Yeah, I'm looking forward, sir. Is there any other questions, my dear participants? So it's actually Adroitech India is 47 is very famous, and I think what is the starting printer cost, sir?
Sir, like, sir,
because
depends, sir.
high quality.
High
Yes,
quality.
that's what I'm saying. So generally, if you want any 3D printer, you can buy from Amazon also, Flipkart also. So with 40,000 rupees 3D printer. But the problem is the quality. So I think Adroitech and 4D Solutions is having some high quality printer. I asked the person who is the head for sales, Sunil Maheshwari, sir.
Yeah.
So, I asked for what is the starting printer of FDM, sir. He said clearly it will come up to 3,80,000 to 4 lakhs.
Yes, sir.
So that is
for only for educational purposes.
Education purpose. That is also. That
Yeah.
is
not for industrial purposes.
Yes,
if you go for like industrial purposes, one example I will give you. DBEL, which is one of the branch of DRDL. There we have installed our FDM 3D printer. The size of the printer is 900 mm X direction, 900 mm Y direction, 900 mm Z direction.
Okay.
We call as FDM F900 machine. The cost of that price is around 9 crore. 9 CR.
9 CR.
9 CR.
It's a polymer only, you are saying?
Yeah, polymer.
Great, sir. Actually, for metal only 4 CR will be there.
Yeah,
for polymer 9 CR means it's very high.
Because, sir, they are into development of carbon fiber materials like electrical components.
Yes,
they have to the plastic component should withstand high temperatures.
Yes.
So, and there generally we talk about DRDL, their components will be very big.
Yes, I know that. Its cost is also very high. The polymer materials in DRDL.
Yes, and they are.
Partner printers. Printers
Yeah,
are there.
and
Very high.
and if we talk about Polyjet,
Hmm.
we talk about Metronics. They have 850 Polyjet printer. The
Yes.
build volume is very big. They do all the testings. Like you might have seen in the video how
Yeah.
they have undergone in nerve testing of the blood flow, the medical device flow.
Yes.
They do in Bangalore office, Metronics company.
Yes. Yes. Metronics.
And when we talk about metal 3D printing, we
Okay.
have installed in DRDL Hyderabad.
Okay.
That machine cost is around 5 crore.
Oh.
That is very small machine.
Okay.
And another big company, MNC company, Indo MIM. They are the manufacturers of molding. They
Okay.
have three departments. One is for automotive. One
Okay.
is for in Bangalore, sir. They have three departments. One is for aviation. One is for automotive, and one is for medical devices. We have installed two machines, two metal printers in Indo MIM,
Okay.
and one Polyjet 3D printer, DLP 3D printer for medical devices manufacturing.
Okay. 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 And one more thing, sir. I think from participant side, is there any questions? Please type in chat box, or otherwise you can unmute yourselves. There is an option given to you at the end of any session. You can unmute yourselves and you can ask any questions, sir. If there is no any questions, I will ask the last question, the final question to Vinay, sir. Means some queries, sir. Actually, I have some queries regarding this 3D printer because we are all learning.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Even I am learning.
Yes, yes.
Because
So the thing is, if any institute like engineering college or anything, otherwise industries or any like such my type of person, I'm going to do some research on polymers.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So which technology printer will give less problems, sir? Less problems. Means you can say FDM. FDM is a process where a coil in coil type filament it is coming into the picture, right?
Yes,
Coil type filament is going.
Spool.
So yeah. If another technology same polymer only, it is in the powder format.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is the different technology, right?
SAP, which called the multi-jet fusion.
Fusion. So which I want which technology will get a less problems, means every time we are clogging and we are some problems we are having, automatically we lost interest
Yes,
doing
sir.
3D printing.
Sir,
So to avoid that problem, which technology is a good technology? So like it will work for longer days. Okay, will not
Sir,
give any problem. Because Arun sir is also having same problem.
Two things, sir. For research
Daily
and
I'm performing surgeries.
Yes, surgeries to 3D printers. We are performing because filaments are automatically clogging in the nozzle. So again, we are removing the head, cleaning the nozzle, and again we are setting the work table calibration.
Yes, sir. What happens is, sir, my suggestion is that you take one big machine from a high-end machine. So that's
technology. Which technology, sir?
You take strategies also, Markforged also.
That is the company is okay, but technology. Which technology? Powder format filament or liquid is not required.
FDM only.
FDM filament.
Sir, I'll tell you. If we go for low-end machines, there won't be auto bed level.
Okay.
You have to do manual. Like if you change the printer head, you have to do all the manual work.
Okay.
One issue you are facing is clogging, right?
Yes.
This is a common problem in all 3D printers, which you are buying only like educational purposes. If you go for like industrial based 3D printer, they will have auto clogging option will be there.
Okay.
Auto bed leveling option will be there. Okay. And if we talk about strategies itself, they have developed one material called support material. They have, in support material, we have soluble support material. After printing the part, you know the support material, support structures will be printed.
Yes.
You just place the water in IP solution or water. Within a half an hour, the support material will be become flexible. It will easily remove from the main part.
Okay.
The benefit of this support material will be there will be no marks present on the part. Any complex material, like if you have to do some, you want to print this pen only.
Okay.
You want to print hollow, small, very small diameter, like 0.5 mm holes.
Okay.
In that holes, we can print support material. After printing, place it in water or water spray or IP solution. The support material will be melted. You can get 0.5 mm hole, 0.3 mm hole.
That is okay, sir. To avoid this problem, clogging problem and everything.
Yeah.
So you are saying that you are going means you are saying to buy a good machine, which is high-end machine for the filament only. Filament as a feed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Another
for
thing
FDM.
Yeah. Another thing is you can go for polyjet machine, sir. There won't be like any clogging issues. We can print it.
That's what I'm asking. I'm waiting for that answer because nowadays polyjet machines are going fine. Okay,
Yes,
so in Usman University also in CPDDM lab tomorrow, I think tomorrow all participants are having demonstration session afternoon session for different machines, and day after tomorrow is also having the demonstration session for the different machines from CPDDM and also CRDM if possible. So their polyjet machines are there. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
polyjet machines are giving some good results.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is the generally cost, sir, for polyjet machines?
Sir, if you want to print in only like limited colors, like if you want to print in crystal clear, black, white, gray, it starts from 60 lakhs.
60 lakhs.
Yeah. This
Polyjet
is
machines. Yeah.
yeah. This is installed in Usman University.
Yes.
And NIT Warangal and Punjab in one Punjab University, PES University. They have like incubation center. They have a FDM machine, polyjet machine.
If we have in future, we are going also for incubation center. Okay,
Yes,
we'll
sir.
see, sir. Definitely.
So,
Yeah,
sir, one benefit in polyjet is like we can print any type of model. There
Yes.
will be no restrictions and color model. And I have one part you can see over here.
I can't see, sir. The
One
video
more,
is.
I've on the is my face is visible?
Yes, yes.
You
Means you will put yes.
Yes, sir. You can
because
see.
you are using background, right?
Yeah. You can see over here. Is it clear, sir?
Yes, yes. Power button.
Yeah. This is totally printed in polyjet. Only the thing is wiring and battery is added extra.
Okay.
You can see this is one type of material. You can see this clear material. This is actually used for packaging industries. If you go for Britannia, they developed a packaging model. They want to feel how the product is there, how the liquid is there, how the labeling is there, how the texture is there for packaging. You can see over here in this part different textures. You can see this is an open part.
Yes.
You can see over here also. In this part, we have like different colors, black color, and labeling also is happening strategies. And over here also some purple color over here, purple color, dark purple, light purple, white color over here, white color over here, and the cap. It is totally printed. And you can see over here, this is an acupuncture 3D printed part with a different texture over here.
Yes, sir.
And you can see over here wood texture. This is not wood. This is just a wood texture over here. Ceramic texture.
These are all polyjet machine.
Yes, sir. Only texture, not original wood component. Only the texture will be like wood texture.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Great, sir. I think I will share your contact with all participants. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, if they require, definitely they will call back to you. Okay?
Yeah. And I will have shared my email in chat room.
Definitely. And also, please share your PPT, sir, to me. So
yeah, I will definitely.
With your at the last slide, you can put your contact details and your mail ID and like. Okay.
Okay, sir. I will
in the PPT itself. Yeah. Thank you.
Sir, thank you for inviting me, and thank you all the Anurag University and Chandan sir. And we hope we can get contact in future also, and we can conduct more presentation. And Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me.
Sure, definitely. And also Sunil Maheshwari sir is also one of the person. I spoken with sir and immediately he accepted, and he has taken my request to your high level, your head level, because generally you are not going to give
Yes,
so
sir.
this type of this one education center,
Yeah,
but I will request it because you are the one
Yeah,
of the pioneer this one, okay, manufacturing sales in 3D
Yes,
printing.
sir.
Thank you.
He personally requested us to attend, conduct one
Yes.
section for us.
I know that.
So,
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank all
sir.
the attendees also. Thank you for attending this section.
Yeah.
And all the faculty members also.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Arun sir, you can. Thank you, sir. Arun sir, you can again you can send back because few members I think they are not seen in chat box. Again, you can send and give 1 or 2 minutes, sir. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm making you as a host, sir. Arun sir.
Okay, Arun sir, then we'll leave. Thank you for
Sure, sir.
inviting me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being.
Thank you, sir.